Welcome to this week's installment of the 2-Minute Drill. With us, as always, is Nichols football head coach Dale Olmsted. The Bison ripped off their third straight conference win this past weekend, 54-28 at Maine Maritime. Coach, we talked about the long trip up there and how that may or may not affect the team. You guys started out trading punches early on, back and forth scoring, before you really pulled away in the second half.
Yeah, no, it was our first trip up there, at least for me and a lot of the players. We got up there a little late, about an hour behind schedule, but still not a problem. We checked in, and the next day, you wake up, have breakfast, and go another hour to get down to Maine Maritime. But it was a great trip. I'm not sure why we started out so sluggish. Maybe a little bit had to do with the trip. Not sure. It's just the second week in a row. The Curry game and now this game where we kind of weren't clicking early on. Maine was having a lot of success running the ball, and we had a couple 3-and-outs. So again, it was tough going early on, which I thought it would be. I just didn't think it would last for the first half. I'm not sure what the score was at half, but I know we were down a few scores, and then we came back out. Coach Sullivan and his defensive staff made a few adjustments, went from an odd to an even front, and that seemed to do the trick. And they held them, and we finally got going on offense and rallied off a couple of nice scores there. And then defense had a couple turnovers for us, so it was a great day overall.
You talked about the turnovers. One of the keys to the game also is while they're mostly a running team, you held them 0 for 10 passing, and sometimes that's a deceiving stat because you would expect them to run the ball a lot, but when they do throw the ball, sometimes it catches the team off guard. You guys were prepared for it, though.
Yeah, no, we moved Prince well to defense. Now we have two two-way starters, Prince and Abs on defense. So, they're a run-oriented team. And you try to get them out of their rhythm, and I think in the second half we were able to. They started throwing the ball. They made a couple mistakes, and our defense was able to capitalize on it. And then once they started clicking, offense started clicking, and went from there. One thing certainly we got to take a look at special teams. We had we missed a field goal and had 3 blocks, so we need to really work on that in order to compete against MIT this weekend.
We'll touch on the Engineers in a minute, but one of the keys from the result of Saturday's win now, it secures the team's 500 record for the first time since 2007. We've talked about goals changing, getting conference wins, and now you guys are secured minimum 500 record.
Yeah, it's been awesome. We set our goals, we accomplished them halfway through the season, and then we want to take it game by game, and then we're able to win the next few games after that to get to that 5-4 mark. It's been an outstanding season. The coaches, the players, the alumni, the faculty, they've always been very supportive of us, but certainly makes things easy. In fact, today we had the president sit with us at the school, so that was kind of fun. But no, it's been great atmosphere. Kids are sky high, and they're looking forward to Senior Day next week.
Before the game on Saturday, you are going to honor all the seniors on your team. Talk about that class and what they've meant to you, especially this being your third year, those kids sticking it out with you through the transition.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They were all freshmen. I came after they completed that, their freshman year, so they were kind of in between, and they all met me maybe once and all went home for the spring for the winter break, and then to be able to come back and deal with myself and my philosophy and what I want to hold them accountable for. They stuck by it. I tip my hat off to them. Trusting me and trusting our system and the coaches, and I think it'll be an emotional day. I look forward to it, but I know it'll be a sad one.
We know the games aren't played on paper. It's a joke we make every week, basically. But yes, Engineers team has defeated the same conference opponents you have and lost to the same conference opponents you have. What does that mean going into the game on Saturday? Just 2 evenly matched teams playing for the win.
I think it means it's gonna be a great game. Offensively we're very similar. Defensively as well. I give them the edge in special team. They have a great kicker. I set a couple key field goals for them in order for them to get a couple wins. So, again, offense, defensively, and it's going to be a challenge. Special teams, but again, I think, I've coached about 22 years in high school, and the big day for high school football is Thanksgiving. It's kind of the last game, and there's a lot of tradition there, and I kind of feel like that same feeling in this week. I think with the success we've had, the seniors kind of, all the time they've put into it, and how the program's torn around, and you got a great opponent with MIT who won the league a few years ago. So, it's very exciting. Like I said before, it's going to be emotional, and I look forward to it. It's going to be a fun Saturday.
Game begins at noon at Vendetti Field. Fans, as always, if you can't make it out, NicholsAthletics.com has live stats and video. But we love to have everybody out here for the season finale. Cheer the Bison on to hopefully a 6-4 record. Coach,
Absolutely.
good luck.
Thank you.